chillin', serial killing, pre-core villains on the mic, got you reeling. 5-star rated from the floor to the ceiling. If you catch a 1-star, no time for feelings. Got a demon DJ on the ones and twos, by the name Beelzebub, so don't get confused. So grab a seat by the fire, roast them all over two, and prepare to hear the legend of the Straight Chillin' Crew.
What up, nerds? And welcome to another plague-filled episode of Straight Chilling, the weekly horror movie review show where you chill and we kill, slice, dice, and chop up yet another horror movie. My name is Bob. I'll be your host for this evening. This is episode number 555, recorded on Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Tonight, we are talking about Randy's pick. The movie is The Abominable Dr. Phibes from 1971. Before we get into it, let me introduce everyone else on the show tonight. First up, speak of the devil, we got Chaboy Randy on the show tonight.
It's a long bump. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
Bringing the funk of 40,000 years with you, no doubt.
Oh, you know.
All right.
That's the plan.
Love it. Last but not least, calling in from Seoul, South Korea, we got Chaboy Yeisten.
Oh, what up?
Yeistein? Yeah, Yeistein.
Yeistein.
I don't know anymore.
Meister Yeistein is in the building.
Randy's going to introduce me.
Man, that's it. That's all I do for free. Everything else comes at cost.
Now we're addicted.
It's your boy, Firstborn Soju. First man to be named Soju, you know? Firstborn.
The man.
Firstborn, first man, like what?
Firstborn to be the man of the Soju.
The
Firstborn?
Firstborn.
Firstborn of the morn.
Firstborn. That's what Mama always said.
That's some fucked up shit Mama was saying.
It is some fucked up shit.
Mama was really fucked up.
She was kind of demented at the end.
God damn.
Thanksgiving is
here,
fucking
Randy.
weird. Oh,
I have to manually stop that bump because it just goes on. It just goes on.
Randy, this is your flick. You chose this.
I did.
Why? What'd you do this?
Why did you do this?
Explain.
I think that should be obvious.
Randy, you picked us.
I did. I gave you guys everything you ever wanted and more, is what I'm gathering. So, I picked this as
Randy
part
really
of my...
milesed us.
Oh,
Damn.
I feel like I'm getting milesed right now. It means whatever you want it to mean, I think. It's like the word woke. The Abominable Dr. Phibes was on my trio of Vincent Price movies I had not seen that were going to be a part of my Pay the Price triple feature for Halloween. Of course, that did not come to pass. Soju swept again. So I just like, fuck it. I've had this on my shelf for a while. I've been wanting to see it. I've heard it was, a little kooky, even for Vincent's work. So gave it a roll. That's about it.
Nice. Very cool. Before we get into it, let's tackle some housekeeping on our end. This is your final reminder. We do have our December poll currently posted over on our Patreon website. If you guys support us at the $5 level or above, you get the chance to vote on a movie we're talking about this December. The theme for December is sleigh bells. We got 3 Christmas horror movies on there for you to vote on. They are Day of the Beast, Scent, and The Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Whoa, Bob. This is the last week of November. And I know we only have one special month left, boys, and then it gets into the piece
month.
Of shit months.
Fucking asshole months.
God, we've already burned through 3, boys. We're just going through them so quick. How are those numbers looking?
Slight change. Ascent is in last place with 20% of the vote. Lost some steam there. But that means Day of the Beast, second place, picked up some steam, now sitting at 30% of the vote, which means The Wolf of Snow Hollow is still first place with 50% of the vote. Hadn't moved at all.
50%. 50-50.
50-50. Naked party in the
I mean,
woods.
kind of. I guess.
You know.
Those third parties really fuck you.
All right. Yeah. Really divide the vote there.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool. So Christmas season. Here we go, boys. We got a lot of Christmas stuff planned too.
We do.
Oh my God.
Actually.
So
Yeah, we
many.
got a lot of Christmas shit
About
we're
to
talking about.
double our Christmas content next month.
Boom.
That's right.
Christmas dies tonight.
Hell yeah. Get those votes in before the end of the month. We'll see what we're talking about this December. Also on Patreon, we're dropping mini casts every other Friday. Just dropped one recently about the Black Phone 2. This Friday, Black Friday, you got a special little episode dropping in your feed. You got shaboy me talking about Shelby Oaks. I got stuckmanized, and you're going to hear about it.
Oh, man.
Is there?
Oh, I heard that film is really good.
You did hear that. That's what you heard.
No one questions that you heard that. No one.
Everybody's
Your
saying
integrity is
you've heard
unimpeachable.
it.
We really respect Chris Stuckman, and we really appreciate him as a professional, and we hear his movie is one of the best of the year. So go check it out now.
That's what
My
Guy
God, just
Stein
really
has
slurping it
heard.
down tonight.
Damn.
I'm just putting on my best Chris impersonation, you see. That's what I'm doing.
I see. Everyone understood the joke.
Ah, yes. So check that out. Dropping on Black Friday. Put it on while you're shopping, in person at stores.
Yeah.
Throw it in your ear holes. In other Patreon news, we have one brand new Patreon supporter we got to give mad shouts outs to. This one goes out to Sheila B. Big gigantic thank you, Sheila, for signing up on Patreon, showing us some love. Yeah. We owe you the straight chilling salute. This one goes out to you, Sheila.
Oh, God, slap me in the ass.
Thanks for the hearty slap ass. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hashtag appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
For slapping us
Damn, that's a throwback.
in the ass. Appreciate you. Last but not least here, talking about Patreon news. We're going to be reopening the You Pick the Flick tier on January 1st. Mark your calendars.
The new year.
The new year.
Nothing else going on that day, I don't think.
Nope. Everybody is just hungover and eating black-eyed peas and cabbage or whatever for good luck. Whatever people
waiting
do.
for that you pick.
Black-eyed peas.
Yeah.
Cornbread.
I'm right on schedule.
Cornbread.
Right on schedule.
First of the year, and this is going to be, we're switching it up a little bit for the first half of next year. We'll see how it all plays out, but it's going to be 5 You Pick the Flick spots available for the first half of the year.
Bob.
I know. We're bastard.
Whoa, we were not consulted on this.
I had no idea this was happening.
You are surprised correctly. Yes.
I like that our new bit is just lying.
I'm surprised about this.
The oldest bit there ever was.
Surprised at how good Chris Stuckman's film was.
Damn.
That's how surprised I am.
God damn.
You should really expect
But your
different
wife's
things.
cookies are out of this world.
Yeah, they are. So, yeah, this is, if you're a new listener to Straight Chilling, this is the only way you can outright pick a movie for us to review on the show. We're going to be reopening that tier over on Patreon the first of the year at an undisclosed time of day. Only 5 spots are going to be available. Check our Patreon, snatch up a spot, and let us know what movie you want us to talk about. There you go.
Pick some good ones. There's only 5.
Yeah, might as well make them count. That's all I got. You guys have anything you need to plug?
Not I.
Yeah, so actually this upcoming week I will be covering the Seoul Independent Film Festival. It's my first time going there, and so I will be posting stuff. I'll try to do something every day, just little behind the scenes snaps on our Instagram, but then I'll also have a bonus episode coming out and probably some articles, maybe an interview or two, depending on how things are going. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, for coverage of the soul indie scene, if you want to know what's up.
The soul scene.
Ooh.
Indie scene.
An indie.
Indie.
Cool.
Eh.
I think our house is clean.
All right.
This house is clean.
All right, let's get into the main event. We're talking about the Abominable Dr. Phibes, and we're kicking it off with the back of the box.
What's on the back of the box?
Booby.
Bob, I saw you throw that box up there.
Just throwing that box around.
Weird.
Just throwing it
Oh, that's
around.
just the
Yeah.
Price collection.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just the collection,
Yeah.
Bob. Oh,
Just the
you don't
collection.
have it individually, I see.
I don't have the individ. Yeah, this is the Scream Factory Vincent Price collection #1. They put out 3 of these, and recently they were on sale for like $20 a piece, and there's like 6 movies in each one of these, so good bang for your buck if you were able to grab them on sale.
Yeah, I mean, that just averages out to like $3.
It's basically like they're paying you to take this off their hands.
Yeah, basically.
Scream Factory just had like a major overhaul, and I feel like a lot of their stuff is they're just going to let it go out of print and never make anymore. So if you want their shit, I would say go ahead and buy it while you can.
That's how they get you, Bob.
we forgot to mention that this episode is sponsored by
Physical media.
Physical Media.
Nice. That was bravo, gentlemen. Yeah. So yeah, this one has the Pit and the Pendulum on it, Mask of the Red Death, The Haunted Palace, Fall of the House of Usher, Abominable Dr. Phibes, and The Witchfinder General.
I've never seen any of those movies. Wow. I am not.
That's why I wanted to pay the price this Halloween, but
I'm not,
you know,
I'm not a pricer. I don't know what they call them.
not the price master.
a pricer. Well, good for
Yeah.
you. So yeah, this is pretty easy to find. You can stream it, you can rent it, you can buy it. From 1971, rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour and 34 minutes. This was directed by Robert Fust, probably. Written by James Whitten and William Goldstein.
Yes.
Probably written by him or probably pronounced that way.
Probably pronounced that way. Probably.
Okay.
Written by him. I don't know.
I don't know. What are we doing
Starring
here?
Vincent Price, probably. Joseph Cotton, Virginia North, Terry Thomas.
Price.
Oh, so it is. Thank you for confirming that. Appreciate it.
Yes, confirmed.
Edward Burnham, some other lovely folks. Plot synopsis brought to you by IMDb is as follows: Doctor, scientist, organist, and biblical scholar Anton Phibes seeks revenge on the 9 doctors he considers responsible for the death of his wife.
Oh, spoiler.
I know. Gentlemen, sounds like this is a first-time watch for the two of you. Would you recommend folks at home check it out? Rand Diesel, Dr. Randy, kick us off.
It's certainly not a blanket recommend, but I found this to be enjoyable, and I think that if you are not sober, and this is like just the classic move, if you're not sober and with some friends, I think you'll have a better time. I think just with friends in general, you would have a better time because it's a little bit of a goofy movie that I think some laughter in the room would go a long way. I did watch this on my own, and I still laughed in the room, but you know, just saying. It's a very silly film. Not particularly scary, but it has a lot of similarities to other films or whatever. There's like you can play a bingo game or like, oh, this is kind of like this or this. Oh, that reminds me of that. I kind of played that game throughout the movie. So yeah. Anyway, not a general recommend, but a recommend if you're out for something a little kooky, a little bit silly, and with interesting production value for the time. Certainly
Interesting. All right. Juice.
like.
What about you?
No, I wouldn't particularly recommend, but I will say that this kind of reminded me, just on a different kind of spectrum, a little bit of Horror Express. And I remember saying kind of at that time of like, oh, this is dated, and the datedness shows through, and you either kind of find it quaint or not, right? And just this time I fell on the not side of it. So yeah, there were things about this film that I like and I'll appreciate and praise in our review, but the overall flavor and vibe, just this time around, I was just not really into it. So no, not really.
I forgot. What did you end up like? Where did you end up on Horror Express? I don't remember.
I liked
You were
Horror
generally
Express.
positive,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I really liked.
So this
Horror
one was
Express.
like, yeah, that's interesting because I
on the
kind
flip
of feel
side,
the
yeah.
opposite, but similar.
Yeah.
Bob,
Bob, had you seen this before?
Oh,
Would
yeah.
you recommend people check it out?
I've seen this before. And
You're a pricer, huh?
Yeah, I'm a pricer. I would recommend checking it out, but it's definitely not for everybody. I think if you have seen some of the older Vincent Price stuff, like some of the more popular Roger Corman flicks, and you dig that vibe, then you'll enjoy it. You'll vibe with Phibe as well. But if you don't,
Gotta vibe with Phibe.
you gotta vibe with the
On a
Phibe.
sea-doo vibe.
But if you're not into that, hell yeah! If you're not into that stuff, then you probably won't be into this. It's sort of like a kind of like Randy said. It's a blend of a lot of things, but I think primarily it's sort of an interesting spin on like a Phantom of the Opera kind of thing. But we'll talk about all that. So it sounds like a medium to loose recommend across the board.
Extra loose.
Extra.
I don't think it's extra loose. I think it's perfectly centrally loose.
Yeah.
It's like the sleeve of some mythical being. I can't quite, think of which one, but
We'll get to it. We'll get there. So check out.
It seems like you know exactly which one.
Cracking yourself up about it. Check out the Abominable
Like sexy spandex Santa Claus?
Dr. Phibes.
That's how tight it was.
We're going to be spoiling the shit out of this movie, and here comes your warning.
Spoiler warning.
Oh, Bob, this should be pretty simple this week. You got a plot synopsis?
You know I do.
Is it simple?
Yeah, it's relatively short.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Dr. Anton Phibes is a famous concert organist and theologist. He's believed to have passed away in a car crash back in 1921 while racing home upon receiving news of the death of his wife during her surgery. Phibes, turns out, did survive the crash, but he was horribly mangled. He lost his ability to speak. He ends up remaking his face with some prosthetics, and he applies his vast knowledge of acoustics to regain his voice. He's now resurfaced in London 4 years later to hunt down the doctors who allowed his wife to die due to their incompetence. Aided by his beautiful silent assistant, Vulnavia, they plan to use the 10 plagues of Egypt as inspiration for their vengeance. Phibes has killed 3 of the doctors, upon which Inspector Trout over at Scotland Yard discovers all 3 deceased previously worked under Dr. Vesalius as he was giving treatment to Phibes' wife. Trout then finds one of Phibes' ritualistic amulets at the scene of the 4th murder and believes that maybe Phibes is still alive somehow. They investigate the Phibes mausoleum, and Victoria's body is mysteriously missing. The police fail to keep Phibes from killing the remaining doctors and attempt to put all their efforts into protecting Dr. Vesalius. Phibes kidnaps Vesalius' son and tells him to come directly to his mansion alone if he wants to see his son alive. Vesalius ends up knocking Detective Trout unconscious and hauls some ass to the mansion. Phibes has his son under anesthesia and has implanted the key to his restraints next to his son's heart. He has 6 minutes to extract the key and free his son, which is the exact same amount that Phibes' wife was on the operating table. If he fails and the 6 minutes pass, acid will drop onto his son, killing him. Vesalius succeeds and frees his son, but Phibes' assistant, startled by the arrival of Trout, walks into the falling acid and she ends up killing herself. Phibes, now finished with his work, goes down to the basement to inter himself with his embalmed wife in a sarcophagus. He begins the embalming process and lays down as the sarcophagus lid is lowered into place. Trout and the police cannot find Phibes, and they recall the final Egyptian curse, darkness, has not been fulfilled yet. Then the lights cut out, leaving them stuck in Phibes' basement. Roll them credits.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
Well,
Vibes.
boys, could we consider this a little bit of a Jewish horror? Maybe I was thinking like,
I don't know about
it's a stretch, but
all the amulets.
the 12 curses, 12 curses of Egypt, and he goes to
but they also
consult a
treat it
rabbi.
as like an exotic, outlandish thing that's not also part of like the Christian canon. A lot of that stuff, which I found really weird. Like it's like that the plagues are not an exclusively Jewish thing.
Close enough, you know. It's
we don't get a lot
I think
of.
they're Hebrew. Oh, interesting. Wow.
So this
What
is
is
my
that?
my second time watching this. Something that struck me this time was like how extremely this like really specifically at the end it really felt like a prototypical Saw when it was all going
I thought
down.
about
Saw and
Saw.
7 a little
It's
bit.
7, yeah.
Saw
True.
7 and fucking V for Vendetta. like some
Yeah.
interesting shit going on. Like in terms of, I don't want to say that this inspired any of that stuff. I think that is probably overstating things by a wide margin. But it definitely has a lot of commonalities to a lot of similar, like sort of Machiavellian revenge plots. You know?
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
pretty fucking spot on.
I was pretty surprised about the whole key next to the heart with some acid. I was like, oh, well, damn.
Yeah.
That's like
Straight out
Saw
of a
trap
Saw
right
movie.
there.
That is very Saw, right? Like that last
The-
bit was so very Saw.
The Blizzard device, like, I mean, he doesn't really give the dude an option to try and get out in any way, but that also reminded me of like a Saw trap, which was kind of cool. When
Sure.
dude gets locked
Well,
in the car.
that's perfectly in line with many of Saw.
It really
the Saw
is,
traps,
yeah.
as we've discussed.
Yeah, he just
A
wants to
lot
murder
of
people.
yeah, some interesting aspects to him. But that was the problem with some of this too. Is they say it's like a comedy, or I see comedy labeled a lot, and I guess like the police interactions are more comedic. But
Yeah.
the character that Price plays isn't treated, I guess, as much with the like humor aspect of it, but several of these kills, like the ice machine, the guy's he just sits there. And the guy whose blood he takes, he's just like sitting there, letting somebody take his blood. It's kind of dumb.
Well, they're not alphas. Clearly, they must be betas.
Oh, you
Clearly.
need some blood, I see.
Oh,
Yes.
no,
They're very
don't
British,
take my
Justin.
blood.
Justin, you don't understand the British mindset. I think that's clear.
They're just too darn polite. Okay.
They're so polite. They don't want to. They don't want to cause a fuss, you know. But yeah, no. Okay, something that I noticed about this movie that hit me like almost immediately, which was strange, and then was validated through a couple of things, is the comedy aspect of this. I also was unaware that it was comedy at all, but I've seen it listed that way some places. I'm like, okay, I'd heard it described as like kind of funny, and I kind of took that as like, okay, so this is like a horror movie that's like chintzy and silly, but what it kind of knows that it's absurd. And I think that's where like Vincent Price gets his shit. But the vibe that I landed on, the Phibes that I landed on for this movie were largely informed by Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This movie like just started hitting me. I was like, man, this feels weirdly like a side stepbrother to that fucking movie somehow. And it's because there's a few character actors in this that are shared between those movies, and like the jokes that are happening are like that dry wit. I think it's a similar sort of like writing. I don't know. I haven't looked 100%
The first
into this.
half of Willy Wonka is kind of
Yeah, but also the production value of the Chocolate Factory, I think, is shared in some of the stuff that Dr. Phibes is doing. So like,
That like
I think it's
technicolor
got,
look of everything.
and the way it's shot, like there's some random like handy cam sort of shots, and then there's some interesting things happening in this that for some reason just I immediately clicked in with Willy Wonka on that, and I was like, why does this feel that way? And it's validated in a number of ways, like I just said, but also like some character actors, like the Goldsmith guy. That's the Candyman. Like that's the guy that sings the Candyman song. And like there's a few other people in there that are kind of I can't remember who now because I looked it up like 2 days ago. But I thought that was really interesting, and like maybe that's why I was like. Maybe that's why I was getting more out of the humor, because I was like associating it with that brand of humor where it's like light, silly, stupid wordplay. People be like the cops climbing in and out of the fucking bureau and shit, like out of the walk-in closet and like peeking out. Just all this little things, like the guy sitting on top of the fucking chest of drawers, and
When
they just pan up and see him.
They're unscrewing the one doctor off of the unicorn's horn. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yes, and like
Yeah.
whoever that inspector general or whatever is that keeps getting everybody's names wrong, like it just like it helped me like channel what this movie was putting down, I think, and it helped me like really get in tune with what it's doing.
Yeah, that's interesting because I would say probably the thing I liked the most was the police comedy action of it. So I did think that actually worked well. But it is interesting on the flip side is one of the things that I didn't like, or one of the things that bothered me the most was the kind of look of everything, that Technicolor look. And it looked, as opposed to Willy Wonka, which I do kind of see the comparison, but it feels like really sparse and chintzy in aspects. I don't know. There's something, it's the color palette, it's lower budget too. Yeah, lower budget. And I just hated, it was really bothering me about the music aspect of it and all the colors, like the pinks and the greens. I don't know. I just didn't like it. It was very ugly to me. And
really,
yeah. And those, them playing the music, and I don't know, it all just felt too chintzy. Like I just wasn't in the mood for the chintzy level that it was bringing. It was actually bothering me. I was like,
that's sad because I like that bit about it.
The set design, specifically his layer, I really love that whole set.
Yeah,
piece.
me too.
The organ, the movie opens up with him playing this like crazy organ solo, and then walking down this like sort of staircase where on either side,
clockwork band.
Yeah, he's got like the Chuck E. Cheese like wind up.
Yeah,
band,
the Rockafire explosion.
Yeah, that he cues up to play. And then his like assistant walks in and like they dance while the band is. It's like it's like big and absurd in a way that feels like very 70s to me, but I like in aesthetic and also just like overall style. I really like all of that stuff.
Me too.
Generally speaking, I like how Vincent Price plays this character too, and like how it is a spin on the Phantom of the Opera, and you see him sort of applying these different pieces to his face, and then you get that awesome reveal towards the end, and how he's lost his voice, and he's got this like voice box thing that he presses up against his throat, and he has to like really strain to speak, and it sounds like
the acoustics and sound waves that he understands.
Yeah,
that was cool that he had the thing that came out of his neck and he could plug it into the socket in some of his rooms, and it had the speaker. It reminded me of that Japanese movie New Religion that I love so much.
I haven't seen it yet.
There is a lot of things that seem to pull some ideas from this. I did like that, but I actually really like, I keep flipping back and forth because I do really love the face reveal, and I thought it actually looked really good, other than, you could see around the eyes. So the budget. Area. But I like the design and I like the way it looked, but I really didn't like the way he looked with all the other time with the aesthetics. Again, it looked very chintzy. It looked like somebody kind of painted some white on his face a little bit.
I think that was part of the goal, though. Like I don't know. So, I think that honestly, I can agree with one aspect of that, which is the haircut. The bowl cut does no favors for him seeming intimidating. So I think if he had like any sort of other haircut, he could have had a fucking full on like 80s mullet. It would have been a little more intimidating.
I think
I like the pastiness because it's him applying makeup. This is the thing. It's like it's so much about theater. It looks like theatrical. It looks like a stage play. His makeup looks like stage play because he kind of is doing a stage play, or a stage works sort of makeup application. So to me, that all tracks story wise, and also adds like that chintziness you're talking about. Like I like that. It reminds me of like Bob said, it's very 70s. It's like they're making a lot out of a little budget, it feels like to me. And it also has a bit of a feeling. It reminds me of like a John Waters sort of like aesthetic where it's like, it's a little bit like it's not as grandiose as it wants to pretend that it is. Like a stage play might be. Like it's all about like the surface level being as bold and in your face as possible, even if you can see the strings attaching things. You know what I mean?
Like something you see on PBS or something. That's what it kind of reminded me of, like a public broadcast.
I kind of dig
type of.
And
But
I
I th-
really do. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
think one of the things actually now that I'm realizing is probably why it bothered me is the 70s aspect. It really does have some of those like kind of worst case things of the 70s that I think about. And the color palette is kind of one of them. And that kind of PBS set look is kind of one of them. And the overall kind of exposure where I don't know, it's like super kind of bright or not bright, but it's just like has a brighter exposure. It seems like it just bothers me. It really bothers. It's like it kind of reminded me of that James Bond film I accidentally watched last year where he runs over the gators and somebody literally has this like
that's,
bright red suit on. It's like, it's too much.
I can't remember which one that is, but that's the New Orleans one with Baron Samedi.
Yeah.
No, like I like the lighting is very bright and like, but that kind of is. Again, like it's just a matter of taste. Like I kind of see that as beneficial to what I'm liking about it because it's like watching a stage play in a fluorescent lit gymtorium, whatever they call those things in school. It's a gymnasium / auditorium. No, there's like a portmanteau. Cafetorium. That's what I'm thinking of. Yes, that's where it's like. The lighting isn't great because it's not like it doesn't seem like it's intended for that, or it's like filmed in such a way that like the lighting is not that dynamic, and that's kind of adding to like a little bit of the thrown together charm of it for me. I can understand not liking that so much, but to me it was like additive for sure.
It just feels of the time, and that generally adds a certain like level of charm to it, I guess.
It's
me.
like the organ he plays when it comes up and down, which is like one of the big effects that they use it like 4 or 5 times. Like that's one of the things they definitely spend a little money on, just a little bit of money on. But you can see like the red plastic like wavering as it comes up just a little bit. Shit like that. It's like I love that. It's just like artifice, like pure artifice.
I didn't like it.
I don't know. It wouldn't work in a movie that took itself more seriously than this one did, though. That's the thing.
They blew,
or it would be funny at its expense instead of funny because I think the movie is itself funny.
They really blew a large part of the budget on the rat-filled airplane flying around.
That fucking airplane. Some of these kills are so ridiculous. That is the chief among them because this dude just did not notice that it was filled with manic, murderous,
surprise
human eating rats
to come out at some point.
And he just careens down. Like, I don't know. Like all the kills are ridiculous.
That happen was so
dude,
ridiculous.
Yes, he's being such a little fucking asshole about it. Just such a little petty bitch the whole time. It's very funny. I love his performance in this, like you said, Bob. But like, I did miss because of the way this character is written. He is like silent for so much of this movie.
It's like the first
he's not like
30 minutes. He doesn't say a word.
More than that, maybe. And so like I did miss on that. That was kind of a ding for a good portion of the movie. And I was like, is he just never going to speak? It's just going to be in narration only. And it kind of was, but towards the end, he started speaking with his thing, and I really liked the way you could tell he was actually saying the words without opening his mouth. I don't know if you noticed that. Like lines, he was delivering lines. You could see that his mouth, the interior of his mouth was moving in such a way that he was actually saying whatever lines were being read. You know, he was matching the lines even when he wasn't opening his mouth. And it's a little thing, but I really, really like that because it's a small thing of professionalism in a movie that doesn't always prioritize hyper professionalism.
He is such, is like a stage trained actor, and he was known to be hella professional on set. And the director, I think, was kind of annoyed that he had to read his lines as they were shooting the movie, because obviously they had to like ADR all of his super processed vocals and stuff like that, and he couldn't open his mouth. But I read like some quote from Vincent Price, or he was having some conversation with the director who was complaining about having to read his lines. And he's like, well, I still know them. I know every line. Like he would not just memorize his lines. He would memorize everybody's lines in the scene. Because that's
class act, man.
How professional
that's
he was.
That's a professional, baby.
Yeah.
That was a weird try. That's what I was saying. It was kind of like that movie where they casted Nick Cage to not speak, and I was like, "Are they
Willy's
really?
Wonderland.
Are we really gonna have this whole movie starring Vincent Price where he's not speaking?"
But it's actually like a similar case I don't like that movie at all, but I give credence to
Shit,
Nick
it's utter
Cage.
dog shit.
It's very bad, but he is still putting as much effort into it as he does any other movie, and that's the feeling I get with Vincent here. Like, it's a silly fucking concept. He's fucking slurp soup through the back of his goddamn neck. It is very fucking silly, but he plays it like as straight as possible, and that's what sells it as being funny to me. Is that even when the other characters are being like Mr. British comedian doing little like vaudevillian sort of like bits here and there in the middle of like what's supposed to be a serious investigation, he is taking things deadly fucking serious, and he's delivering, but his character is the most absurd in his very nature, so it comes off as funny. I think all of that really worked together for me. They counterbalanced each other.
Dude, when he starts boiling that huge pot of Brussels sprouts down, I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
What the fuck? And he's like picking ones and tossing them aside. He's such a little bitch about things.
You gotta make the poison Brussels sprout goop like nice for the people you're murdering. You don't want to have the brown Brussels in there.
Some of these kills some of them were cool. I like the frog mask. I like the design of that. I thought that was really fucking cool. Actually,
how fucking Saw is that too? Like the mask crushes his face slowly.
But also, it reminded me of Eyes Wide Shut, too. Yeah, with the masked party and the group of elites and stuff. And everybody just watching this dude get crushed by a frog mask. But,
oh, dear. How dreadful.
Oh, dear. There's a fly in my Chardonnay.
You call this a pod?
Let me tell I was confused. The grasshoppers, the locusts or whatever, how were they supposed to kill that person? How did that guy die by
they were
locusts?
Eating her face
or
off
the woman, the nurse.
They just ate it.
Brussels sprout goo. Yeah,
they just ate it.
They covered her with like a lollipop, a green lollipop worth of vegetable goo.
Yeah.
And that was her head. I'm assuming that she fucking drowned in that somehow. They drug her to the point where she was never waking up anyway, apparently.
I'm going to make some of that
got dripped on
for Thanksgiving, actually, and just like pour it on all my family's faces. It's going to be tight.
It's fucking crazy. I love, like, the kills are just like, they are just force-fitting the plagues into these kills. They're just forcing them to work. They're like, get in there, make it work. But it's
the first one, the bats, like
that makes a sort of sense. I guess.
At least you could argue they're bloodsuckers. I mean, they're not. But the general audiences didn't know that.
Pick those really big bats that look like foxes. I think they're like foxes.
They also talked about the bees or whatever. What was it like? It was like, it looked like they were covered in boils.
Oh yeah, that was off screen.
And then it was off screen, but that reminded me of fucking Sleepaway Camp, where the bees like completely demolished this kid's fucking face. Like
beads.
Bees.
These beads demolished his ass.
you got to work your way up. You can't start big. The bats
their sizes
pretty spooky, and they like clawed that dude's face to shreds, and it looked pretty fucked up. Actually, the makeup worked for me. The way it's lowered in with a fucking cage and then pulls
the cage.
It's so like fucking mustache twirly, like cartoonish. Yeah. I love it.
See, I was 50. I kind of like the cage idea because it was the first one, and I think that's the thing is, I thought it was going to be more cartoonish Looney Tunes, and it kind of is in a way, but I don't know. Maybe it's just not the exact flavor that I like, I guess.
That's fair. I mean, I don't think it's overly broad, and that that can hit people as being like, wait, what is this movie actually trying to do? Like, I can understand people watching this and being confused about what it's intending to do, whether it's trying to be as funny as it is, or or if they're even clocking it as funny. Like, I could see people taking it too seriously, basically. It reminds me, I've told this story before, but like when I was working at a summer camp and we had a day off, I threw on Pee-wee's Big Adventure in a shared space, and a dude came in and was watching it with me, and he's like, what does this guy do for a living? And I'm like, nope, you need to leave. You gotta go. You don't understand how whimsy works.
How whimsy works.
It's just like that thing where you kind of like, it's internal logic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't have to be full Looney Tunes for me, although I do love that. I love Hundreds of Beavers and that sort of thing, like live action Looney Tunes. I'm all for that. But I also like like Willy Wonka humor. Like that's all. Like it's just a different wavelength.
Yeah. I was surprised that he couldn't get over his dead wife because he's got that, sexy assistant.
Volnavia, the woman whose very name is evocative of genitalia.
Which genitalia
Vulva
are you talking
and
about?
navel, like mashed
The navel,
together.
that navel genitalia.
Yes.
Oh man, her
yeah,
walking
no,
into
what
the
was going on
acid
with her?
was so stupid.
Yeah.
It was very stupid.
It was.
But also, like, her
not
very
easy to
role was very
avoid.
stupid. They just needed somebody that was an extra set of hands to be a red shirt, I guess, from a writing perspective.
That felt like James
Because-
Bond-esque. Like, it
Yeah.
really does feel like this
Women as set
hodgepodge of
dressing.
kind of thing. Yeah, just the sexy, silent assistant that's very fashionable. And it's like,
I really
okay.
thought she was going to be revealed to be essentially a fembot, like another
I thought that
automaton.
too. I thought
But
that
they
too.
never did.
Or I thought it was going to be some kind of reincarnation of his wife, or so. Like I thought it was going to be some spin on dead or
What was she going to
robot
do if
or
she hadn't
something. I don't
died?
know.
Like,
Yeah.
if she hadn't died, she would have just been like, "All right, see you, doctor,"
Yeah.
and then gone to fucking the bar or what?
Later.
Like,
Go find another psycho to aid
Go have-
in his murderous
go have
rage.
a Chicago luncheon.
Yeah.
I did like the little bed at the end. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ending, and they never found him. Where did he go?
Well, that was very Seven. He was the final step. He was the final kill.
That's what made me think of Seven too. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
the cops get locked in there with him too. I mean, they
No,
don't
they go out.
No.
show that.
Because they just come down. No, they come down into the room, and the tomb sealed on top
the
of the
tomb
bed,
that's sealed.
and it looks
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
floor. So no, the cops aren't sealed in there with them.
Oh, when the lights went
And they're
out
just-
and they were still in there, I just was like, oh, maybe they got trapped in there. But if it showed them walking out,
that would be very Saw. If this
Yeah.
movie ended.
Dude, we're doing this straight chilling cut.
the
Straight chilling Dr. Phibes.
Turns out Volnavia is actually still alive, and she slams the door shut on their asses.
She's the
Game
next
over.
one. She's gonna
Yeah.
continue on the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, her first words are game.
But we got to have
over.
Phibes back. He's got to rise again, right?
Oh, he's definitely coming back,
Yeah,
baby.
so we got to have a prequel.
Don't you worry.
But he's got to wear backwards ball cap so you know it's a prequel.
In the 10th one, he's gonna be like the savior
hero.
of the world, though, and it's gonna be
yeah.
It's going to turn out Dr.
Really
Phibes.
And he's somehow going to be even younger than he ever was, even though it's 20 years after the release.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
yeah. Man, we're gonna make a lot of money.
We're going to make a lot of money.
Phibes X.
People are stupid, so we're definitely going to make a lot of money.
People are stupid.
The funk of 40,000 years.
What else? Is there any kill where Missy said the first one was the bats? They mentioned the bees off camera.
Yeah.
It was bees, wasn't it? It was something
Yeah,
that gave them like
pretty sure it
boil
was.
but
lights
it's
okay.
boils. But they use bees.
Right, they use bees to get to the boils. Okay, right.
We get the,
And then the
ice
frogs.
machine, which is hail, which that's a stretch.
Hail.
The frog mask,
They're all a stretch, like in some
it
way or
is.
another.
the
Yeah.
firstborn, the grasshoppers. So that's 6, and then he's the last one. So that's 7.
You
We're
got
missing
the
3.
blood drain kill.
The blood,
Right.
8.
The frog mask. Did you already say that?
I said that.
I said
one.
the frog
We're
mask,
missing
yeah.
2.
The bats, the rats. The unicorn impalement, which is probably
Oh, the
the
unicorn.
lamest one, really.
That's
Yeah.
like that was the
What was that one
funniest though
supposed
because
to
it was
be,
so
though?
like
Beasts.
beasts, really? Yeah, okay. I guess that's one of
Yeah.
one
Was
of
that?
them Jewish plagues.
What was,
Yeah,
it?
so
The
think
bee-
about
what was
that.
the plague? Did all the
10
livestock die? The livestock.
Well, like the 10 plagues are like not exact cop. They take some liberties with them. So you've got
What?
yeah, no, blood,
way.
blood, frogs, bats, rats.
Wait, I don't even think bats is
diseased
what is the
animals.
Well, there's 10. There were like that's the thing is like I think there are extra plagues here that are
Yeah.
specific to Judaism, maybe because I don't recognize a few of them either.
the bats is
boils,
a weird
hail,
one.
and darkness. Yeah. Oh, and locusts.
Let me see what. So water turned to blood. Frogs
Gnats or lice are one of them.
Flies.
Livestock pestilence, I guess, would be them being
The unicorn.
embedded with a fucking unicorn statue.
Yeah, Egyptian
Boils,
livestock.
hail, locust,
So there's
darkness,
two. Yeah, there was lice and
firstborn.
flies, and so I guess the bats replace one of those.
The bees, maybe.
I guess.
And the
Flies.
bees are supposed to be boils.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't know.
It doesn't.
Oh
matter.
yeah, water turned to blood is just them draining his blood.
Yeah.
I'm loose.
It's loose.
It's a loose.
Oh, maybe they replaced the rats with lice. I think lice is replaced with rats.
Maybe, yeah.
And then flies, I guess, is replaced with bats. Whatever.
It's
loose.
fucking airtight shit.
Yeah.
Quite loose.
Anything
the
else
goose.
you guys want to hit on before we rate this thing?
What else? I don't know. I thought that Inspector Trout was quite funny. Like I really love all those little interactions. I didn't think that I would, but like every time he's on screen, he's a goofy fucking character. And I did look there's a sequel to this, which I have not seen. It's also on the disc that I have. I'm going to watch it soon, but he is in that as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see more Inspector Trout.
I liked his interactions, but the investigation part of it was also very weak for me. Like going to talk to the jeweler, like, yeah, I made these, and
there were things that didn't make sense at all. Like him showing up at the what is it? The runway where the guy's taking off with the rats. Maybe I missed it, but I don't know how he ended up there other than just like he's looking for that doctor. But they're taking their fucking sweet ass time getting to each doctor. Just too late, and then he's
I know.
So I guess maybe it was that. I don't know. It feels like it feels like the movie. It just does what it needs to do to get to the next scene, and sometimes it just doesn't do what it needs to do to get to the next scene. It just goes.
Yeah. We
Randy,
can land that plane there, Bob.
Yeah, we're gonna land that plane full of rats. Randy, how do you feel out of
Right
5?
to the ground.
I'm largely positive towards this. Justin, you had expressed that Horror Express was like of a similar wavelength, and I agree. And you like that one a little bit more. I looked, and we both gave that a 3, and I think I liked this more as like a first time viewer. I got a lot more out of the sort of the production value, which is like just very much going big with very little. It feels like I really liked that. I liked it feels like people actually made this. They cared making it, but they were imperfect people while doing that, and I totally relate to that feeling. I guess.
Like this.
I don't know.
We're
What's
just
that?
normal men.
We're not just normal men. We're podcasters, which makes us very abnormal.
Lowers us. Lower.
Yeah, that puts us that's way further down the caste system.
I wish we were normal men.
We're
It'll
just
all come
lowly
back.
podcasters, not normal men.
It'll all come back around.
Anyway, but yeah, like the professionalism that's brought by the actors, the silly like Wonka adjacent humor that I somehow miraculously or through whatever means wound up keying in on immediately. I really enjoyed that. It's very imperfect. It's got a lot of like very loose interpretations of things. It talks about how like meticulous this character is, but then like some of the rationalizations just aren't there. I don't know. It's far from bulletproof. It's definitely schlock, but it's the kind of schlock that I can get behind. It's high concept, high effort, low budget, and I appreciate all three of those things together. Especially, those are three good cards to play together for me. So when I compare it to something like Horror Express, which was I think trying to be scarier and trying to be more of a straight horror, I give it credit for that. But to me, it's not. It doesn't hit the funny bone the same. It doesn't hit like the knowing self-effacing wink at the camera. It's like, okay, this is a little silly. We're just going to go with it sort of feeling. Yeah, I don't know. I really like this movie. I gave that a 3, so I'm going to just bump it up a half point, give it a 3.5. It's probably an oversell in the long run, but I did enjoy myself. So I'm going to sit with it and enjoy that.
All right.
3.5.
Sit with those rats, Randy. 3.5. Juice, how do you feel?
Um, Not as good. I didn't really like this one. It wasn't a great watch for me, but at the end of it, there were things that kept making me go, "Oh, that's quite interesting," or "Oh, I'm glad this has come around, so this isn't such a brutal watch." No, not brutal. I just found myself quite bored, and I wasn't the difference between Horror Express is that I found that to be kind of quaint and delightful, and this one I didn't, and so it's just like just kind of sitting through it more. So yeah, the things that I didn't like again, it's like the color palette, the kind of chintziness of it, the design, the lighting, the exposure. Some of the humor just didn't really hit me the right way. Some of the kind of makeup and overall design just didn't really hit me the right way. But I did like a lot of ideas from this, and it was cool to see what I kind of like right away. I was like, oh, that feels like Shaw and Phantom of the Opera and Seven and all these things. And I just thought that was interesting. That kind of helped me get through. And the police interaction I thought was pretty solid from a humor standpoint, other than it just made the movie longer and I just kind of wanted it to wrap up. So didn't like the music aspect of it. Didn't like that, but liked his voice and stuff. So really, I just kept going back and forth and back and forth. So I think that's where I'll put my score. I'll just put it at a 2.5 even and say not really for me, but cool stuff going on. And, even if I can recognize that it's kind of a flavor thing too, but at the same time appreciate what they're doing, even though it's not necessarily my vibe. So not a great watch for me, but some respectable stuff going on here. 2.5. Bob, how about you? Out of 5.
You got a
Vibes.
vibe with the vibe.
Out of 5s, Bob. What you giving this?
Out of 5s. I dig this somewhere in between the two of y'all, I think. I'm really primarily showing up to this for Vincent Price's performance. I think he does a really great job playing this character. It's just a really intriguing character to me as well, the way they sort of like have his face destroyed in a car accident, and you get that sweet reveal at the end, the way that they play with his voice, which he's so known for his voice. And it is intriguing and also like kind of a bummer that you don't get more of that, because like that's sort of like Vincent Price's greatest asset is his voice, and they really make you wait. It's like a full 32 minutes before he says anything. And if you've seen him in other movies, you're kind of like,
they really put you on edge, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they fucking edge you out. You're like, man,
pretty edgy.
Whoa,
I want to hear
Randy Special.
I want to hear that voice, and they finally hit you with it, and it's all modulated, and it sounds painful for him to speak. That works. He does rock a couple sick organ solos, which I like quite a bit. The overall set design works for me. The kills mostly are interesting. There's a couple that are kind of lame, but I think most of them work. I really dig the contraptions that he builds, like the frog mask and the snow machine thing that he installs in the car. I think are both pretty great.
Oh, Mr. Freeze ass motherfucker, by the way.
Dude, no shit. I also like thinking of Dr. Phibes as just like a more straightforward and honest version of Jigsaw, where he's not pretending to be moral or righteous in any way, and he's like, I just want to kill some motherfuckers, and so he just does that. All that works pretty well. The comedy is really what does not work for me in this. Vincent Price is like so dead serious, and like I kind of wish the cops took it a little more seriously as well. They're like a little too Keystone Copy. Just they stand out in as like a negative for me, that like they are in the wrong movie or something.
Wow. Get the fuck out.
I don't love that. I can totally get behind some of Vincent Price's goofier films though, like House on Haunted Hill or The Tingler, things like that. But like where it's across the board sort of outrageous, and like, it's this is sort of a strange mixed bag that tonally I don't necessarily love. Like when they're unscrewing that dude from the unicorn's horn and they're like, oh, I think he's a left-handed thread, and they're like, you see the whole body rotate. I was like, this is ridiculously goofy. I don't know. They kind of lost me on that gag.
Oh man.
But at the same time,
It's so interesting that we've got like the full spectrum of opinions.
Yeah.
We each hate something about it though.
at the same time, like the boiled like Brussels sprout goo, like Death by Brussels sprouts, like it's weird, but like whatever. I can kind of buy into it. I don't know. Like
Bet you love that, didn't you?
yeah, I fucking Death by Brussels sprouts. Sign me up. If you got to go out, it's a pretty good way.
I want yabos.
Is it?
Brussels sprouts for you? That's fine.
I just want to boil down a vat full of yabos.
Death by Brussels sprout.
I want death
don't
by
put that in my
snoo
obituary.
myself.
If I go that way. Leave the Brussels sprouts out of the obituary.
Oh
please.
no, locusts are drawn to yabos, and I'm just covered in yabos. Oh God.
I'm just covered in. Oh, they're sprouting everywhere.
Oh God. Yeah.
I
So
love how we all imagine that differently. Randy thinks they're coming out of his own body. I imagine a bunch of severed yabos drowning me.
I just drowning women was what I thought, and then
Oh, well, then that's
the
the
locusts.
best,
Oh, you know, on top of that,
Rob, sexist much?
Andy Cronenberg much. So
yeah.
yeah.
I imagine some weird Cronenberg world.
Yeah. This mostly works
That's
for me, but I think it's somewhere in the middle of the pack of Vincent Price's movies that I've seen anyways. So I'm going to give this a 3 flat, and that is indeed going to make our aggregate a 3 flat.
Okay.
All right.
We are
We balance out.
Yeah.
Boys.
We're somewhat vibing with the five.
We're all very different, unique people with unique perspectives, but when we come together, we all just kind of even out. You know?
Yes, we are a true cross section of humanity. Us three
I feel
white
like we
middle-aged
cover it,
Americans.
I've got the woman's perspective over here. All
You've got
women.
it in a jar on your
Yeah.
shelf.
I've got it. Got it covered.
The locusts are coming for it.
And you boys can handle the rest.
Okay.
Everything
And we
else.
handled the.
And I got, the Korean perspective too, of course. I got
Oh, yeah. Hey, Randy, why don't we take this opportunity to jump over to our Rotten Tomatoes segment?
Certified fresh to death.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rotten Tomatoes segment in which I'm going to have these gentlemen guess within the best of their abilities what the aggregate positive score is on RottenTomatoes.com for the Abominable Dr. Phibes. We're going to start, as we always do, with the critic score, which is the tomatometer, 41 reviews counted. And then we're going to move over to the poopometer, which is the users, 5,000 plus ratings. So yes, the tomatometer, like I said, 41 reviews. I'm going to start with Juice. We'll start with you today. What percentage of those 41 reviews would you wager are positive? Not a high number there.
This is tricky, honestly, because I feel like a lot of people respect Price a lot, and I assume all the reviews are going to be coming out after the fact. And there's not a lot of reviews. I think I'm just going to take the comedy number 69, really. That's what I got to go with.
9. Disgusting. All right, Bob. What about you?
Disgusting. Damn.
Disgusting. Yeah, that's probably about the ballpark I would be sitting. This is a weird ass movie, though. So maybe I'll take the under. I guess
Under the dudes, huh? Going under the dudes, Bob?
I'll take a 65, please.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely under the dudes.
Man, what an interesting choice. Neither of you are on the money here. Let me trying to stall while I do bad math. Yeah, okay. So one of you, just one of you, is 19 percentage points away from the correct answer, which is 88% certified fresh.
Damn. Bob, I thought you were walking with that one.
We're lowballing the shit out of this. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then my assumption was right. I just underestimated it. Damn.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and read the critics' consensus. This is what that says. The Abominable Dr. Phibes juggles horror and humor, but under the picture's campy facade, there's genuine pathos brought poignantly to life through Price's performance. I don't know how much I agree with that, but
Pathos. I mean, you
there's
got
a
a
professional
man-
performance of a silly character in my mind.
Yeah.
yeah, you got a man who's playing the organ and got a sexy assistant, and he just strolls in and he's always saying, "Oh,
He does say that. We forgot to mention how often he says "hell yeet" through
I
his.
know. That was
little-
crazy. He's even
his little
influencing this
microphone.
podcast. We didn't even realize.
You know,
He
I
says
realized.
9 killed her, 9 will yeet, I think, is his famous line.
The kids still say "ye," right? That's still young.
I'm bringing the youth perspective over here, and I'm here to
I
tell
know.
you.
I bring a young perspective, a Korean perspective,
kids-
a woman's perspective.
the kids are saying skeet these days.
the kids still say radical, right?
The kids aren't saying skeet these
Tubular? Is that what they say? Call in, kids. Let
All
us
right.
know.
Children
don't
call
call
into this
in.
podcast.
Not children.
Please
the
don't call in.
kids.
Go to bed.
Oh yeah, there's a big difference between kids and children, Randy. You don't
guys-
understand.
You guys,
You gotta really
language.
emphasize that extra L, or I'm gonna get lost. Okay, I'm not.
Can
not-
you-
There's children and then there's kids. Okay,
English, Doc. We ain't scientists.
get you a
definitely a
dictionary
big
for Christmas.
difference there, especially in
Yeah.
age.
Thank
Huge.
you.
There
Yes.
are 5,000 plus user reviews counted here. Bob, we're going to go in reverse order and give you a chance to take the first bite here. What percentage of those 5,000 rankings would you wager are positive?
I'm going to take the first nibble.
Oh, nibbling on my Christmas cookies, eh, Bob?
Oh, don't do that.
It's definitely going to be under the critics score because fucking A, that was
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
There
Put
it is.
the
It took me like 25
cookie
minutes to find that, I think.
now.
Now.
This is a weird movie. I'll take the comedy number of 69, please.
69. My God, you guys are filthy.
69, dudes!
Dudes.
Juice, where you at with it?
Well, with the audience score, and there was like quite a higher number. I think it's going to be lower. So I'm going to take 60.
60. Okay, so we got 60 from Soju, 69 from Bob. Let me do a little quick math here. Yeah, one of you is a little bit closer here. 6 percentage points away from the correct answer. 6 percentage points. The correct answer, of course, being 75%. Bob's going to split the take this week.
Yeet and
Eat
skeet.
and skeet. Right there.
Can you dig it?
Sounds like a regular Saturday night.
I love these Vincent Price bumps. They're classics, man. Classics.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can get him on the show. Let's see if we can.
Yeah,
pull
I'll
some
call him
strings
up.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. He's entombed in darkness right now with embalming fluid in his veins. So I don't know.
Yeah. We'll get him on.
All right, I'm going to read a negative review, see what comedy that might yield. Here we go. This one gave me nightmares when I first saw it in 1972. Okay, so I'm a wimp, but the creepy camp is cool. That's a positive blurb from a negative
Yeah.
review. Apparently,
I don't.
Yeah.
That's the score of 1 out of 5. Was what this person gave it.
Oh, what? What?
It scared the shit out of me, but now as an adult,
It
the
scared me
campiness
as a
is
child,
really cool.
left a scar on me, and
One
I
star.
watched it, and it's just so campy, and I love it. And 1 star.
Sounds like a solid 1 star.
Solid.
right there.
Yeah, that dude was high.
All right, let's do one more negative review. Vincent Price was an actor who never gave anything than his best possible performance at any given time. It's
Also
not
positive.
Yeah.
Perfectly, and also positive. So I don't know. It doesn't give a ranking on that one, but
Well,
that sounds positive, at least
Yeah.
towards Vinny, our boy Vinny.
there you go.
All right, Bob, how's that trivia looking?
There's a little bit. Let's go ahead and do it.
It's totally time for trivia.
Yeah, just a little bit of trivia here. So, the name of Phibes' wife, Victoria Regina, in this movie was a nod to the stage play Victoria Regina, in which Vincent Price had made his Broadway debut back in 1937. That year kind of blows my mind a little bit. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's quite...
Shocking nobody, Peter Cushing was originally cast as Dr. Vesalius, but bowed out due to the illness of his wife. And which is a bummer, because I'm pretty sure that this is around the time when his wife did
then Horror
pass
Express,
away.
she had just passed.
So what year did Horror Express come out?
I'd have to look
I'll look it up.
notes. Okay.
72 also, actually.
Yeah,
okay.
so like the year after.
That was his movie he was grieving on. So,
but remember, he had to be talked into it.
Yeah,
So,
right.
and he had his buddy there to kind of
Christopher Lee.
support him. Christopher Lee to support him. So, yeah.
For whatever it's worth, this guy who played that role, Joseph Cotton, did a pretty good job. I think.
Yeah. Vincent Price was reportedly in a very good mood during the filming of this. He was cooking pate and other specialty dishes for the cast and crew and telling them wild stories. It's like the most Vincent Price shit I've ever heard.
And pate.
Would you like some pate?
Yeah.
He was a gourmet. He had a couple cookbooks.
I made it from the monsters in my closet.
He had a cooking
There is-
show and shit.
For some reason, that just reminded me.
I had no idea.
I don't think it's next year, which is unfortunate, but there's an upcoming Treehouse of Horror that has a very specific Vincent Price segment.
Nice.
That's really cool. That's actually really good, but I don't think it's next year. So we'll get there eventually.
I saw one of the trivia blurbs. Who knows if this is really accurate, but they apparently were like riffing on his gourmet status whenever they had him like boiling down the Brussels sprouts for one of the kills, which maybe is the case because it doesn't really make much sense.
That's very funny that they would sneak in this weird Brussels sprout scene purely just to make an in-joke between them and Vinny.
Yeah. Raina, you did mention this had a sequel, Dr. Phibes Rises Again, that came out in 1972. I haven't seen that yet either. They did end up planning a bunch of sequels that never came to fruition, though, including The Bride of Dr. Phibes was originally slated.
I'll tell you what, though, like also they may not have done more than that one sequel, but at least packed in with I have the Kino Lorber release of these two movies together, if that means something to you, Bob. And
It does. It means
and they packed in a few other like Vincent Price like trailers, including one for Theater of Blood. Have you seen that?
Yes,
Because it is striking similarities to the plot of this movie. Like very striking.
Yeah. It's worth a gander. It's worth a gander.
That one came out the following year. It's essentially the same movie, except instead of revenge for his wife's death, it's revenge for a bad review in a play he was in. So,
damn, that's a little more petty.
yeah, it is. I kind of dying to see that now too. Anyway,
pop it on. Two more little blurbs here. In order to gain more publicity for this film, it was advertised as Vincent Price's 100th film, which I'm assuming is accurate. I didn't go back and count them.
Wow.
Finally, the original script had the ending set in Wembley Stadium with Dr. Phibes sailing off in a balloon. It was changed because of the obvious budget restraints happening here. So,
but that's the darkness he would go off into. What is that? That changes.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Actually, yeah. Like, off into the dark night or like what? Yeah,
I don't know. That's strange.
I don't know. That's all the trivia I got, though. Let's go ahead and talk about our Cooter of the week.
Straight chillin'. Cooter of the
Juice, what is a Cooter and why do we hunt them?
Whoa. Clear scared to die. And a straight chillin'. We're excluded. Cooter has to hit 3 of these 5 points to be considered a Cooter. We want the Cooter with the most points. The 5 points of Cooterdom are sexual deviance, manipulation, smug arrogance, overall looking attire, and overall patheticness. Boys, don't think we got a lot of
Some
candidates
Phibes.
this week. Yeah, I think we got to go Phibes out the gate.
Yeah.
My boy
I mean,
Phibes, Cooter Phibes.
our boy
Manipulation.
Manipulation is like that's like his whole deal. He's
Number
he's a
one.
Machiavelli type guy.
Yeah.
Looking at Tyre, I mean, the guy can't blend his makeup for shit. So I mean,
What a loser.
It's a contour class or two. Am I right?
Come on.
watch a few TikToks or something.
Sexual deviancy. What's he doing with that corpse down there in that bed?
What's he doing with his concubine, his wordless concubine, who just
They share a
Whoa.
dance, but I don't get the
they
vibe.
don't-
that he
I don't-
wants.
Slaps
that's the
her
thing, it's like-
fanny a little bit, but nothing wrong with
just,
that.
just,
It was the 70s.
just give me a little tap on the fanny.
It's part of
I
the
don't know.
dance.
I don't understand what I don't understand that character more than anything else that you can not understand about this movie. It's the character of
She's
Old Navy or whatever.
attractive, Randy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Now
He's
I
a rich
got it.
older
Right.
man. See, it's a social
He's a rich
commentary.
older corpse man who has a corpse bed and is murdering folk.
But he's rich.
Standard boy meets girl sort of situation. Okay, what else we got? Patheticness.
So, but Randy already said that he can't blend his makeup. Pathetic.
Oh, I thought that was.
Oh
looking
no,
at
that was
Tyre.
looking at Tyre. Oh,
I was looking at Tyre.
okay, I got
You claimed it was pathetic, and I yes anded.
I gotcha. Yeah. Overall patheticness.
He always has the upper hand.
His
Yeah, he
plan
kinda-
works out.
Yeah, it works. Yeah,
He-
perfectly.
as
Actually,
nonsense as it is in reality, it works out in the logic of the movie. So
yeah, and he's like, we're very capable. He allows himself to speak again and look fairly normal. Yeah, I don't think he's
Smug.
pathetic.
smug arrogance, though. That's
Oh,
a
Yeah,
boom.
smug
That's
arrogance.
a boom.
Yes. So that's 3 right there. And maybe we could apply some sexual deviancy, but I don't know.
Well, the best case for sexual deviancy is for the small character played by Terry Thomas, whatever that doctor was that was watching the dumb stag film with the bow.
That shit, I forgot
which
about
was really
that
funny.
shit. That was really funny. And the maid comes back in
Yeah.
and she's like, "Ooh, you forgot your supper, sir. You're a naughty boy. You haven't touched your supper, sir."
What's this?
That shit was cracking me up, actually.
Yeah.
That was really
That was really
funny.
funny.
Oh my god. It keeps out the draft. I'm just having a wank, woman.
Leave me be.
I'm having a filthy wank.
Jolly Roger. Would you mind?
Filthy, disgusting, humiliating wank.
God, humiliating.
Don't shame me, please.
Or do.
You're dropping your accent quicker than shit right now. This is starting to become autobiographical real fast.
Oh, boys.
Busted.
Yeah, I
so,
don't know. There's too
yeah.
many characters to key in on a whole lot.
And they don't get a lot of time. Yeah. So
The police as a whole are pathetic.
They're pretty pathetic,
Inspector or general or whatever is
they seem
smug and-
good intentioned.
Yeah, they're just kind of dumb as
They're
shit.
just pathetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's not Phibes, I don't think it's anybody.
Yeah, it's Phibes.
Yeah, it's
Lock him up, boys. Lock him
He's
up.
got them
Lock him
Phibes,
up in
baby.
the old tomb with his dead wife.
All right.
How he likes it. There you go. Lock him up. Throw away the key. Hey, let's talk about what we've been watching this week.
Hey gang, what you been watching?
If you listen very closely, as soon as you said that, I heard a squeal of delight from our friend the librarian.
Dude, I know.
Frequently claims that it's only worth listening to the show.
Yeah,
If we
all our
do this, what you've been
listeners, to let you know, we have several fans specifically of this segment.
Yeah.
Which is just us running through shit that we've seen.
Yeah, just follow our letterbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not keeping a letterbox. Come on.
Randy, what else you been watching?
Truthfully, not too much. And 2 things that I've already mentioned before. I did finish the series All Her Fault with Sarah Snook and Jake Lacey and a bunch of other folks, Dakota Fanning. I mentioned that, I believe, last time we did What You've Been Watching, and it's like a mystery show about a woman who, a wealthy family, a wealthy couple who's young son goes missing. And it's just like a wild tale from there. It's very much like kind of junk food mystery. It's got a little bit of like class issue stuff going on. I really enjoyed it, and it kept me going. It was like it kept like drawing me back in. The cliffhangers are all good. It's a mini series, so it just kind of ends like unnatural. It's from a book, so it's not like an ongoing thing. But it did kind of lose me in the last episode or so. Like some of the like they trade in some of the more interesting like themes or whatever for a little bit more like shock and awe surprise stuff. Like some of the stuff that I thought was kind of interesting as in terms of like thematic choices or whatever, they just kind of like turn those chips in and instead get out more like shock surprises and big twists and stuff. So I don't know, good and bad. I still enjoyed it. The acting in it is impeccable. There's some really fucking good actors. It's directed well. It's just the story itself is a little bit pulpy. That's all. I also have been watching Pluribus. Watched the 4th episode yesterday, and it is a very, very different kind of show, man. Like there's definitely some contingent. I'm watching it with a group, with some friends, and some of them are less enthused by it than others, and they are like, there's a lot of like, man, this show is not a lot happens in this show sort of thing. But to me, it's like, it's kind of philosophically minded. It's more about like thinking about this situation.
So they just don't get it, is what you're saying.
So they're dumb, is what you're saying.
No, yeah, I'm calling all of my friends dumb, and that includes you two assholes. But
at least we're real.
They're not thinkers like me.
You can't prove that. No, I don't know. Like I think that some people are looking for more of like more actions, more of a Breaking Bad because it's from Vince Gilligan. I think they're thinking that it's more like progressive storyline sort of thing, and there is progression in the storyline, but it's way slower and it's way more like deliberately paced. I think. I mean, it's 4 episodes in. We'll see what happens, but right now I'm just enjoying the ride.
Enjoy that ride, Randy.
I am. And then last but not least, I finally got my hands on a copy of Hades 2. I bought this for Switch 2, which you guys know I loved the original Hades quite a lot. And this one, like, it's right in the same valley of joy for me. I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. It's just like, I don't know. It's just a very gratifying game to play. You always feel like you're progressing in some capacity. You always feel like you're and then achieving a goal. You're like intentionally setting private goals and reaching them. Even if as you're doing things that would otherwise seem repetitive, it feels like you're getting better at it, both in terms of like your own actual gameplay and the things that you get along the way to help you, that assist you in that, the whatever boons and such. I really like this game, and I really like the voice acting is incredible. The branching storylines or whatever is it not even really branching storylines, just the depth of individual interactions and relationships and stuff that you can flesh out. It's just really fun, man, and it's got a deep well of gameplay mechanics to play with, more than the last game, but it doesn't throw away anything. It keeps it doesn't throw away anything that you don't. That you would want to be there. So it just builds on the original, and so far in every way. And I'm excited to see how things shape up with the rest of it. It's going to take a while for me to get through it, so taking my time with it. Juice, did you ever play that? I think I recommended it to you pretty hard.
I have it downloaded on my Switch and have zero time for games, so no, yeah. I've not actually played it. Maybe on my plane ride, maybe I can crack it open or.
The beautiful thing about that game is that if you can, because it's like a repetitive, like you play the same levels and try and get further, and it's only so long at that point. Like you can play the long game, or you can just play a round. You can just play a run, and it'll take you 20 minutes, and you're done. So that's the nice thing about that sort of roguelike game. High recommend, and I'm excited to see more of Hades 2. So that's it for me.
Cool. Juice, what you been watching?
Who's up?
Bob,
are you there?
What you been watching?
Are
you frozen? Oh, you were frozen. No. We thought you were just being a little like shit about it.
Hey, I'm here. Yeah.
Bob, what you been
Okay.
watching?
Hey,
All right.
I'm watching a handful
I
of
thought
things.
you were just being
I was like waiting for Bob to cue some shit up,
Me
and he's
too.
just like sitting there like fuming over something.
I did. I'm gonna leave all that in. It's hilarious.
That's so funny.
Watched a few
so
things.
golden.
It's gold, baby. Rewatched the Darjeeling Limited, which is a Wes Anderson joint from like 20 years ago now, which is crazy. I hadn't seen it in quite a while and was in kind of a Wes Anderson mood, and it really held up for me. I thought it's a great Wes Anderson flick. If you're into his kind of thing, I think you'll definitely get a kick out of it. Check it out. Recommend. Rewatch Catch Me If You Can because it's a loose, sneaky Christmas movie, and we're kind of easing into the Christmas season.
Whoa, sneaky Christmas.
So, got to warm up with that one. And of course, Batman Returns, another great sneaky Christmas movie.
Hell yeah.
Good
Now
shit.
that one I'll get behind for
Oh.
Sneaky Christmas.
It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
even sneaky Christmas.
It just kind of,
Yeah, I would.
really-
That's Christmas.
it's a Christmas ass movie, yeah. With your boy Batman in it.
I covered that with old Jim G baby on our YouTube a couple years ago.
Jimmy G.
baby.
My Jimmy G
My
boy.
boy Jimmy. Shaboy Jimmy. Jiminy Jicket. Okay.
We get it.
I checked. There's been like a ton of chatter about this Tubi original movie called Match. So I put that on.
Oh yeah.
And it did not work for me personally.
No.
It
Not a
I
match.
would assume not.
it reminded me a lot of some recent movies that came out over the past maybe 3 years or so. that were
Shelby
just-
Oaks.
Hey man, you got to tune into the minicast to find out about the Shelby Oaks.
Oh my god.
To know what it feels like to get Stuckmanized.
Oh my god.
It reminded me a lot of Fresh, and also Barbarian, but just nowhere near as good as those movies.
Oh.
It was a struggle to get through. I found it quite boring. It's one of those movies that like is trying to be gross and like make you clutch your pearls, and it just didn't do that at all. I thought it was
Terrifier.
pretty fucking boring. Much, in my opinion, way more boring than Terrifier. So that's on Tubi if you want to watch that. I also just watched the 7th episode of The Chair Company on HBO Max, Tim Robinson's show. And there's one episode left, and it just got renewed for a second season. And I enjoy it for what it is, but it is very much one single flavor throughout everything. It is watching. It feels like I'm watching the same episode over and over again now. At this point, it's like
Oh boy.
it's
Is it
fine.
episodic, really, or is
Yeah,
it like
very
truly
much.
an ongoing story at
Yes, it is one ongoing story. It
all? Oh, it is
feels
ongoing.
like the easiest way for me to describe it is like Tim Robinson's humor.
Yes.
It is that, but it is him doing like the dumbest noir you've ever seen in your life, basically.
Cool.
And yeah, that's not a bad premise, but it is not evolving enough to really keep me interested in a second season. Like, if this were to end and they never make any more, I'd be totally fine with it. I don't know how they're going to sustain a second season necessarily. It's fine for what it is. It's okay. And that's really all I've been watching. Juice, what you been watching?
I finally watched that Fantastic Four First Steps. I really love the aesthetic of that. And actually, it's weird because I actually liked what they did with a lot of the characters, like in just the way they set them up. But I found the plot to be severely lacking. Like, I just felt like there wasn't much plot.
I would agree with that.
Just kind of nice to look at.
Yeah.
And
Which movie is this?
that Fantastic Four First Steps, the
Oh.
new one.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it was weird because I was like, oh, I like this, but then I was like, not really much
not
here.
going on. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a model home or something. Just kind of like something's missing here. Something's going on, but it was okay. I watched The Long Walk. I did a mini cast on that, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that was good. That was good. Very depressing, of course, but it was good. I watched a movie from 1960, a French film called Breathless. So one of the films that I'm already scheduled to watch this weekend at the Seoul Independent Film Festival is from the director. I can't remember his name, but he did the Before Sunset, Before Sunrise series or whatever.
I don't
And
know that
he,
director either, but
yeah, he made a film about making this film Breathless. So it's kind of like a recreation. It's like a behind the scenes, like
later.
yeah, it's so it's called Novella Vogue, I think. So I'll be watching that this weekend. But I wanted to see the original film, huh?
There's a band by that name.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I watched Breathless from 1960, and I loved it. I loved it a lot. Apparently, it's like a very influential film for French New Wave cinema, which I don't know anything about. But I will say that I love the movie. It was when it started, I thought, oh man, I don't know if I can get through this. Like the camera work and stuff like that. And then just by the end of it, I loved it. It was really great, actually. So that was cool.
If it was Italian, you'd be complaining about
I would hate it. Yeah, I would hate it a lot.
On principle.
Yeah. I finally watched Final Destination Bloodlines. I was trying to think of the little tag there. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was like one of the best in the franchise. It's been a while since I've gone through the franchise. I'm missing several of them, but
It's surprisingly good for a sixth installment.
it was surprisingly good. It was like a lot of fun. Just it pretty much delivers exactly what you kind of want and expect from a Final Destinations movie. So yeah, it was good. And the other thing was I rewatched, it's been a while, Pulp Fiction. So I hadn't seen that in a while, and I always felt like I never liked that movie as much as everybody else does. That's like at the top of the list of most people's Tarantino's. But I will say this time around, I think I liked it a lot more than I usually do. I mean, I never disliked it. It just wasn't like in my top. So, but maybe scotched up to my top 3, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good rewatch. Pulp Fiction, but top 3, top 5. Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill,
Top 8.
Inglourious Bastards. Those are kind of my top 3, I think. But yeah. Anyways. But yeah, it was a good rewatch. That's all I've been watching.
Cool. Well, fellas, we do have 3 voicemails, so let's jump over to our Hotline Screams.
Hotline Scream.
If you are listening and would like to call and leave a voicemail to be featured on next week's show, hit us up at 904-638-3231. First up this week, we are hearing from our biggest fan, your boy, Nas.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nas here, calling in because I listened to y'all's Freddy versus Jason episode, and I always liked that movie. I found it funny because every time, like, people will fly in that movie, it's crazy. It's mostly when Jason hits you with his fucking machete, you go flying across Camp Crystal Lake, but it's like the one kill when he appears behind the girl and then he just swipes her and she flies against the tree and you can clearly see it's a dummy, but it's so fun. But anyways, for the prompt, like my dream collabs would be like, now that we got more modern horror slasher or killers, I mean, I would like to see Chucky versus Megan, maybe. Maybe the Thing against the Deadites, because those, like, both the Deadites would just shit talk the Thing, and the Thing would, like, be nasty as fuck. You all said who could be up against the Cenobite, like Pinhead. Probably the sex demon from It Follows. Like, that would be a battle who can get freakier, I guess. Who else? I would like to see Ash versus the Predator. that could be a good matchup. I have comic books that have like, it's not horror against horror, but I have comic books about the Predator versus Wolverine, and that's a really good comic. I don't know if Ghostface really could go up against someone, because Ghostface is just a guy, you know. Yeah, I don't know. That's some of my, like, I want to do Megan against a lot of things, like maybe I'm thinking of Leprechaun. Leprechaun could go up against Leprechaun versus, I don't know, man. Leprechaun is also pretty OP. If you've seen all the movies, it's pretty OP. So maybe Ash versus Leprechaun, or maybe, yeah, I don't know. Leprechaun is like a tough one to pair him up against. I think he once was gonna have a movie against Michael, or maybe Candyman. I don't know, but I don't know. Anyways, guys, good episode. Love you, and bye bye.
Some interesting pitches there.
Leprechaun versus Michael Myers.
Sounds like a hot mess.
Yeah.
Problem to me. I do like the idea of Megan versus Chucky, though. I would actually argue for Leprechaun versus Chucky as well. I think Chucky's just like a good character that can be thrown into kind of any situation, and like similar to Freddy in that way. He's just like a shit talker who just
Megan versus Chucky sounds like the best.
They could shit talk each other. Yeah, I think that would work pretty well.
Megan is a shit talker too, actually. That's
they can be cunty at each other.
Whoa, Bob!
Yes.
Watch your tongue.
We did just watch a long English film, so I think it's okay. Just this once is a treat.
I've earned the right. Yeah, thanks for calling us.
Those are some good thoughts.
Some solid matchups for sure.
Yeah. I was thinking about the Thing versus Deadites.
Deadites. Yeah, that was pretty interesting.
I just don't know how that would play out, because do they possess the living creature, or does the living creature amalgamate the Deadites? Like, what? I think they just become one entity. Like, maybe. I don't know. Yeah,
which would be the final, like the boss battle, and then Ash shows up and has to kill it.
For real, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, yes. Thing versus Deadites versus Ash. Then now we're talking.
Yeah. Pinhead versus the It Follows creature. I like that a lot too. It's just like like he said, like which one gets freakier? Like they're
just banging it out.
And everybody in that movie is trying desperately not to have sex.
It's all so fucked
the abstinence. It's the pro-abstinence horror movie.
I'm gonna die immediately, boys. I'm the first one to go.
Well, that's just from box
Juice just can't
chlamydia.
turn it down. He's just, oh God, flay me. Oh God,
I hate it. Do it more.
I hate it. That means I love it. Yeah.
Give me that fucking puzzle box. Yes.
I'm gonna configure this thing.
Yeah. Thanks for calling us. Next up, we're gonna hear from Shaboy Miles.
Right.
What's up, guys? It's Miles here. I was checking out some classic noir films. There's like a unofficial Noir-vember where like a lot of, I forget where that started. I think Criterion started it, but usually on Criterion Channel they have quite a few like curated noir films in November. So I got the noir a couple of years ago just because it was a genre I knew nothing about. And then, but yeah, noir films are really great. They, especially like the classic 40s to 50s period. If you're a horror fan, you never watched noir, and the only exposure to movies from that time period are like Universal monsters, like horror movies. For some reason, noir films from that time period go way harder and they're way darker. So if you're kind of into like darker movies, you know, like a horror fan would be, check out noir. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to get you guys to review a noir for any of my U picks, because I can't think of any that fit into both noir and horror. I've got you guys to review some kung fu movies, Because there's actually a lot of horror, like martial arts movies, but I cannot think of any noir horror movies. I guess Psycho might be the closest, which also, how have you guys not reviewed Psycho yet? Come on. What are you doing? But nobody considers Psycho noir, but I mean, if you get the first like 30 minutes of Psycho and just cut it from the rest of the movie, it feels very much like a noir, and then it kind of transitions into like a proto slasher. But I don't think that would technically count as a noir. But yeah, then that got me thinking, what are some other genres that you guys like that you would like to see crossed over into horror? Like, I mean, there's obviously like romantic horror and like, I mean, there's more dramatic horror movies, and then there's like martial arts horror crossovers. But what's a genre do you guys could think of that you would like to see crossover with horror? Yeah, just got me thinking about that because I don't know any noir horrors. And there's always listening and isn't a noir and is into horror and can think of one. Let me know because I think those two genres have a lot of crossover and make for some good movies. But yeah, take it easy.
Interesting.
It's a good question.
Need some sexier horror films, I think.
Oh yeah, I gave it a Google because I couldn't think of any like horror noir movies, but I came up with some that are maybe a little more modern than what Miles is really looking for. The closest one on here to the time period that he's looking for is The Night of the Hunter from 1955, which is, I would say, light on the horror, but close. Other than that, Dark City, Blue Velvet popped up.
Eyes Without a Face, kind of.
Shutter Island, Angel Heart, Seconds.
What was the one I just thought of? Damn. I lost it.
Memories of Murder is like a kind of modern noir.
Neo-noir.
I was thinking Zodiac.
Zodiac, yeah, that's
neo-noir kind of thing.
I think that you could make that argument anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to delineate, but like I'm not anyway very good.
Cure.
What's that?
Cure.
Oh, Cure. I thought you said Fear with Mark Wahlberg, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Very different movie. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad that Miles brought this up, and I would love for him to find a movie he considers horror noir. Because Rob, you might remember this from like high school. Like I was like super obsessed with the aesthetic of noir. Like I was not, and am not like an aficionado by any stretch. But I watched a few movies, and like I just got really into it. Between like watching a few noir movies, like the Big Sleep and Chinatown and things like that. I did watch a few like that. And then I like listening to Streetlight Manifesto, which is to my mind noir coded. And then like Sin City coming out and shit like that. Like, and Max Payne, like all of those things are very horror influenced and coded. So I was very obsessed with like dudes in trench coats, holding guns, slugging whiskeys, like all that.
Used to make a lot of that design in high school.
Yeah, in high school I was obsessed with it. So like I would be very, very welcome to a horror noir pick. Please find something that you.
We should. Have y'all seen Dick Tracy?
I have, but it's not since I was a kid.
Yeah, maybe when I was a kid.
Off-putting.
Yeah, it's been a long time ago. I'm gonna revisit that.
Do it. I do not care.
I don't think there's horror in there, but it's a very interesting, stylized, pre Sin City. But yeah, did Cure is kind of
that neo noir. That's a good one.
Noir based.
Two Redditors, they're like
the Black Dahlia.
Maybe. The Black Dahlia, maybe. Yeah, that could work. Maybe Lost Highway. Somebody says I still haven't seen that. Nightmare Alley. I mean.
Also, I've tried to do Psycho a couple times. I put it on a couple polls.
Yeah, we're too busy reviewing movies like The Seventh Curse to get around to Psycho.
Yeah, we got to get to the important stuff, and Heartland of Darkness. That's why, we got to cover
I thought that we had finally done Psycho. I really thought we had.
We have not.
We did that.
I put it on several like classic polls and stuff like that. I'm just, that's fine. We'll get there eventually.
One of my many failed Halloween triple features was going to be Psycho 1, 2, and 3, but you guys missed it. Sorry.
Instead, you got something better like The Exorcist.
Are there any other Hitchcock movies that would like dip their toe into those two worlds other than Psycho? I feel like there should be. I can't.
Oh, Hitchcock?
Yeah.
Probably.
Like
suspense.
Rope? for
Rope is great, but it's not like
not really noir. Yeah, it's
I don't know. Dial in for Murder, maybe.
Yeah.
Vertigo,
Looking
maybe.
now.
Vertigo definitely has more noir than horror in it, but it's like it is partially like a mind fuck where a guy's
The Man
kinda
Who
losing it.
Knew Too Much.
Nah, not so much.
No?
I don't
Okay.
think. Not for my memory.
I'm just
of it
going off
anyway.
of posters here.
Oh, Rear Window. I mean, it's suburbia.
it like toes the line, I guess.
That's the thing is like they're
Yeah.
so close because they all deal with like murder, death, corruption, whatever. So like those things can go in either kind of story, and it's kind of tough even delineating where the lines blend.
Yeah.
I need to go on a Hitchcock run. Maybe after Christmas, I'll do a Hitchcock run.
Hell yeah, dude.
There's
I'll
a
do
lot
that
of these
again.
movies I have not seen.
There's some
should,
options out there for you, Miles. Let
do
us
a
know.
Hitchcock month.
Let us know if you come up with something. Yeah, we could do a Hitchcock poll coming up.
I think we have in the past.
Probably.
We have. I think we
Probably, yeah.
did Strangers on a Train from that.
Yeah, and we've done The Birds too.
The Burbs.
Yeah. Maybe it was. We got. Yeah.
Thanks for calling, Miles. Good questions. Good prompt there. Oh, talking about subgenres we would like to see blended with horror. I think I've said this on the show before, but like a mob movie that really like takes a hard turn into the horror territory, I think would be pretty sick.
Mr. Sopranos over there.
Yeah, there's that one
Mr.
vampire mob movie from John Landis, I think, from the 80s. I am totally blanking on the name of it. That's the only one I can really think of. Angel Heart kind of does that too a little bit, I guess.
I still think a pirate one would be cool. We talked about having one of those new Predator movies set in pirate times. Something that'd be pretty cool.
Really, like any sort of anachronistic setting, it can be good for that sort of thing. Like,
Yeah. We've also mentioned before, like a long time ago, Matt called in and asked for some recommendations, but we don't have a lot of like medieval or even fantasy style horror a lot. Knights
not as much. Yeah.
and stuff.
It's usually on witches and stuff. If it's
Yeah.
But even still,
yeah,
That would be cool,
I
yeah.
agree. Like something that's more like
not Salem witch trial, which like go to Europe.
no, yeah, I agree. Like totally go to Europe and like maybe it's like the kind of things that like Indiana Jones deals with, but like in the further in like Knights Templar era.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Thanks for calling, Miles. Last but not least, we're going to hear from Shaboy Midnight Mike.
Whoa.
All right.
What's up, boys? It's Midnight Mike. I'm calling about one horror movie related thing and then something not. So first, my wife and I finished the Ed Gein Monsters on Netflix, and it was great. A lot of fiction, and but a lot of truth. And I feel that the fiction was just created to emphasize Ed's schizophrenia. And we enjoyed it. It was great. So second, I'm not sure if you guys intended this when you started this podcast or the Slack, but let's talk football for a second. The Patriots are back. And here we fucking go. So I'm just calling out Lomang, GGL baby, and the librarian. And I know you don't hate me, but you can hate on the Pats. Pats Nation, let's go.
Man, that is of all of the things we have ever heard on these voicemails, the last thing I ever expected was sports talk of any kind.
We had some, several sports fans on the Slack.
Yeah,
we do.
I haven't been following very close this year, to be honest with you. I know that the rankings are wild, though. I know it's kind of all over the place this year.
Yeah, I don't know what the Patriots are doing. Apparently, they're doing pretty well, though. I haven't watched
I
any of
guess
their games
so.
or anything.
But of all the years, I mean, aren't like the Panthers are kind of doing? I mean, out of just wins. So I mean, is it really the year? Like, I don't think they're dominating, but I could be wrong. I'm not following that. Close,
Patriots are 10-2 currently.
Oh, holy shit! Okay, never mind.
quite literally the only thing I know about sports right now is that they are building a new stadium in my neighborhood. So that is what I'm keeping on top
Whoa,
of.
property values right there,
Randy.
Whoa, sky
My
high,
taxes.
baby. So yeah, actually, maybe Pats are highest ranked. They're 10-2, and of their conference, they're the highest. Broncos are 9-2. Colts are 8-3. Jags are 7-4. Not too bad, Jags. There you go.
That's a winning.
Actually, yeah, maybe they're top of the goddamn Rams are 9-2. Bears 8-3. What the fuck? God, that's out of nowhere. Eagles 8-3. Okay, well, there you go. Congrats, my guy.
I did not watch the Ed Gein thing, by the way. Did you guys? I think Rob, you said you did, right?
Yeah, I did watch it. It didn't really work for me. I
have not watched it.
I watched the whole thing and seemed to enjoy it, but like the artifice of it, I think bothers people. Like that, I don't know. And I get that. Like if you're trying, I don't know. It's basically becomes historical fiction at a certain point, is what I understand.
From what I can tell, it is largely fiction, which at that point, like, why are you even making the show? Like, it's purely for entertainment at that point, and like, this dude was a real person that murdered real people, and it feels gross to me, you know?
But I mean, historical fiction has its place. Like, I don't like, as long as it's upfront about it, that's the thing that I think people have a problem with, is that it's not really positioning itself that way. It's just, you have to discover that it is.
Yeah, it like, I don't know. If you like it, you know, to each their own. No shade or anything. Yeah. It just is not something that I really dig personally. There's like a lot of scenes in that show where it shows the character of Ed Gein, because this did not happen in real life, like doing these very blatant, like basically acting out these very famous scenes in horror movies in real life as if those very specific things actually happened in real life and did inspire these very famous scenes in horror movies. And then after he does those things, it would then like intersplice to them making those movies like on set, like behind the scenes on set. Like you see Tobe Hooper directing these scenes in Texas Chainsaw Massacre as it's like showing weird. Ed Gein do the exact things that like Leatherface is doing.
Influenced by Ed Gein.
Yeah, all those, you know, there's a lot of horror movies that are like loosely
based on a true story
by Ed Gein, but like these very specific moments, and it just feels hella unnecessary to me.
It's really weird
to do that,
especially for people who like those types of films. It's almost like Gein is the source, or like the source, but
like thanks for inspiring some of my favorite art.
Kind of,
it's a little weird.
Sounds weird.
So yeah, it didn't really work for me. I also think Ryan Murphy just like really wants to bang a hot murderer, like, because
what do you mean?
all these fucking murderers? Dudes, like, you just like the first like couple minutes of this, he's just totally fucking naked and of course shredded, you know. It's just like, and I don't know, and then he like goes and fucks a corpse or whatever. It's just not it's
Ed Gein's actually a pretty sweet guy if you get to know him.
Not really for me. There's one episode of it where they straight up do an episode of Mindhunter. They straight up turn it into an episode of Mindhunter.
That's really
like that
weird.
Is like the exact detectives that are like, I forget their names, the characters that are in Mindhunter. Yeah, it's like those people who, like, in real life were building the files on how to like identify a serial killer. Like they are like talking to Ed Gein, and he like helps them find some other killer.
So like one of those characters, the one
Kemper
by Jonathan Groff, I think, was he was the author of the Mindhunter book. Like he was a real guy. Tench was not. I don't think actually like I
don't even know if they use those same names. It's just it is those clearly supposed to be those two people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's all not true. I mean, that did happen in some sense, but they didn't go to Ed Gein and he then and in turn helped them catch another like that did not actually happen. So it's just like, I don't know, like just make an original work of art. Like don't make it, you know, quote based on a serial killer. Anyway, I
call bullshit on that.
Didn't mean to talk about that so much. But hey, thanks for calling in, Midnight Mike. Go Pats, I guess. I guess.
Go play some sports.
Go
people.
sports ball. Go sports ball. Again, if you guys would like to call and leave a voicemail for next week's show, hit us up at 904-638-3231. It's Thanksgiving week. I want to know how your Thanksgiving went. What'd you do? What'd you eat? What'd you cook? What happened? What went down?
Was it cranberry sauce?
I want to throw out the Janus signal because we have 2 weeks coming up of Christmas movies. So take your time, Janus. But next 2 weeks, and then we kind of skip a week, and then another Christmas after that. So give us a Christmas call. We haven't heard from Janus in a while. Want to make sure he's doing good. Round out the year, have a good little Christmas call. So Janus signal, throwing it up. Cue Janus. Call us.
In the sky. It has been deployed.
There's a huge anus in the sky right now. I hope everyone can see it and give us a call, my guy.
Oh, we all see it. We all see it. That brown eye in the sky. 904-638-3231.
He's going to find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
Love to hear it. That's going to do it for us this week. We're going to be back next week, as always, with a brand new show. We're talking about a classic Christmas horror comedy, Scrooged, from 1988. With your boy, Bill Murray. Check it out. Get ready for next week's show. Hit us up on all the socials. If you want to join in the daily Slack channel conversations, hit us up on one of those socials and let us know. I'll send you a link so you can join in on the fun. And until next week, as always, all you mother truckers, keep chilling.
Can you dig it?